Hey, today we're going to talk about the immune system, autoimmunity, and the role of peptides. So, although the immune system is typically well regulated, autoimmunity occurs when autoreactive immune cells mistakenly target the body's own tissues. This can lead to the host system failing in distinguishing self from non self cells, and this can happen due to several underlying factors. So, the first would be genetic predisposition. Now, certain genetic factors can make individuals more susceptible to autoimmunity, and these genetic variations can affect immune system regulation and increase the likelihood of immune cells mistakenly identifying self tissues as foreign. The second would be environmental triggers. Environmental factors such as infections, exposure to certain chemicals, toxins, or drugs can trigger autoimmune responses. Infections, for instance, can cause a molecular mimicry where the immune system confuses self tissues with a foreign pathogen. There's immunotolerance breakdown, where the immune system has mechanisms to distinguish between self and non self cells. And this is known as immunotolerance, and a breakdown in these mechanisms can lead to a failure to recognize self tissues, causing the immune system to attack them. Hormonal factors. Hormones can influence immune responses. For example, autoimmune diseases are more common in women. This suggests that hormonal differences may play a role in the development of these conditions. There's dysregulation of immune cells. There's something called a Treg, or a regulatory T cells, and these help maintain immune tolerance by suppressing autoreactive immune cells. A deficiency or dysfunction in these Tregs can lead to an unchecked immune response against your own tissues. Chronic inflammation. Persistent inflammation can contribute to autoimmunity by continuously stimulating the immune system and potentially leading to an inappropriate immune response. Epigenetic changes. Epigenetic modifications, which affect gene expression without altering the DNA sequence, can also influence the development of autoimmune disease by altering the regulation of immune system genes. Autoimmune diseases can impact either a single organ or multiple organs. Organ-specific diseases would include celiac disease, type 1 diabetes mellitus, MS, myasthenia gravis, systemic diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis or systemic lupus erythematosus, also known as lupus, can affect multiple organs. Additionally, an overactive immune system can lead to allergies or hypersensitivity by reacting to just harmless environmental antigens. In these pathological cases, immunomodulation is essential to manage the consequences of a deregulated immune system. And immunomodulating agents can be categorized based on their actions. Some immunomodulating agents suppress or block the immune system, which is beneficial in treating autoimmune diseases, allergies, asthma, inflammation, and during organ transplantation, while others stimulate or activate the immune system, which can be useful in fighting viral infections, cancer, and so on and so forth. There are also agents that target and remove specific unwanted cellular subtypes within the immune system. This would be applicable in autoimmune diseases and cancer. These agents can be small organic molecules, antibodies, or peptides. Which brings us to peptides, which are natural components found in a variety of plants, meat, and fish. Similar to proteins, but they contain far fewer amino acids. If you actually look at the diagram, you can see the amino acids, which would form peptides, which are also part of proteins. And from left to right, you can see that the size differs greatly. The smaller chains in peptides make them easier for the body to absorb, and this property allows peptides to readily penetrate various tissues and enter the bloodstream for quick utilization. Like proteins, many peptides help maintain cellular function and regulate the autoimmune response, aiding the body in healing, regeneration, and protection. There are thousands of peptide types, each characterized by its unique sequence of amino acids, which determines the specific effects on the body. Peptides believed to have health benefits are known as bioactive peptides and are often used in supplements to promote health and well-being. The first peptide would be thymosin alpha-1. This is a peptide naturally produced in the thymus gland. It plays a crucial role in the development and function of T cells, which are essential for combating infections and disease. Thymosin alpha-1 enhances the production and activity of T cells, thereby boosting immune function and reducing the risk of infections and diseases. LL37 is a peptide known for its potent antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties. It's produced by immune cells. It is vital in protecting the body against infections. It also helps reduce inflammation, thereby improving immune function and lowering the risk of chronic disease. Alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone, or alpha MSH, is a peptide produced by immune cells that plays a key role in regulating immune response. It helps balance cytokine levels, reduces inflammation, and stimulates the production and function of immune cells. Next on the list, we've all heard about it in great deal recently, glutathione, which is a peptide critical for antioxidant defenses, and it protects the body against oxidative stress. This can impair immune function and increase the risk of chronic disease. Glutathione boosts antioxidant defenses, improves immune function, and reduces the risk of chronic disease. TB500, or thymosin beta-4, is a peptide essential for tissue repair and regeneration. It also stimulates the production and function of immune cells, enhancing immune function and reducing the risk of infection and disease. So, why do these work? Well, structural and functional studies have shown that protein interactions, or PPIs, are essential for cell signaling processes. Protein-protein complexes are transient and reversible. In the immune response, these interactions are dynamic, with the signal strength and duration depending on the nature of the interaction. The amino acids on the surface of proteins provide high specificity and affinity, yet allow for dynamic binding. And since PPI surfaces consist of amino acid epitopes, peptides are well suited to modulate or control these interactions. Peptides can mimic the surface of one of the interacting proteins, disrupt the PPI, and adjust the signaling. And this modulation is particularly important in the immune response, as it allows for fine-tuning rather than completely shutting down the signaling process. So if you look at the diagram here, you see the proteins that are bound in the PPI, and the peptide attaches to one of the proteins, which then doesn't allow for the other peptide to attach to it. So if you think this on a more global scale, if immune function is related to your immune cells recognizing a certain protein characteristic, and a peptide can actually prevent that immune cell from recognizing that, then you can effectively prevent the immune response from occurring. So that's all we have for today. Appreciate you dialing in. You can always reach out and ask questions, and look forward to the specific breakdown of the individual peptides as we move further along. Thank you.